Hello, ladies. Dave here. I'm traveling the province as always, doing a bunch of work, working with a couple of ninja athletes this morning, which was fun, and got all gymnastics all afternoon here, so it'll be good to hang out with those characters. And really looking forward to getting to Manitoba and hanging out with you gals for a while. Some of you have met me before in Red Deer or even before that, and look forward to seeing you again and getting going and continuing the work. And for those of you who haven't met me yet, then this will be a good introduction to me and the work that I do and how I do it. So if you've worked with me before, this will be a review. And if you haven't worked with me before, these are the 6 foundational models that I use in order to really get the mind in a place to do its best work. And that's what we want it to be doing for us. It's amazing how much the mind can help. It's amazing how much the mind can get in the way if we don't use it properly. So 6 foundational models. Here's the first one. Super simple. It's called the task at hand. I want you to think about life like a symphony. I want you to think about a tournament like a symphony. I want you to think about a game like a symphony. I want you to think about a period like a symphony. So all we're doing is we're just playing one period of hockey at a time. We're going to play it, and then we're going to let it go. We're going to play it, we're going to let it go. We're going to play it, we're going to let it go. That makes up a game. And if we roll the shifts, I don't know how many shifts you're going to play in a game, but a whole bunch of them. And we're just going to do them one at a time. So you do it and you let it go. And then you do the next one and you let it go. And then you do the next one and you let it go. And we want to be the masters of getting ready for the next shift. So I had a football coach in grade 11 and grade 12. He used to always say, I don't care what you've done, good or bad. All I care about is what you're about to do next. And that's hockey, girls. It's like you come back to the bench, you let it go emotionally, physically, get it out of your body. Sometimes that's a bit of work. I'll teach you how to do it if you're not already really good at it. And then you get ready for the next one. And every time we go over the boards, we need a great shift out of you. If you make a mistake, it's okay. We're a big machine. We can handle it. But we gotta get you ready for the next shift. No 2 bad shifts in a row, ever. You just come back, you refocus, you head back on out again. What happens when we don't have a great shift, or you blow it, or we're a total bozo, is you come down off of what we call that optimal performance state line, OPS. And you end up in 3 different emotional states there. Triggered, a little bit bothered, hooked, a little bit more bothered, flooded, really bothered. And if you're triggered, you got to claw your way back to the line. If you're hooked, you got to claw your way back to the line. It's way further. If you're flooded, you got to somehow get yourself back to the line. And that's hard work. So the trick, ladies, is don't ever leave the line. So when you make that little mistake, you just come back to the bench, you let it go, and you get ready for what's next. And you roll them one at a time. Do it, let it go, do it, let it go. Make a mistake, do it, let it go. Get ready for what's next. So I don't come off the line. I stay on the line, and I just keep the task at hand. That's what we're doing. Model number 1, pretty simple. Model number 2, even simpler. It's called the Big 8. It's the 8 things that I hear over and over and over again when I do post-competitive debriefs with athletes, and we say, what the heck went wrong anyway? And here are the things that go wrong. What goes wrong is you didn't stay calm in the mind. You didn't stay relaxed in the body. You lost your groundedness. You lost your centeredness. You couldn't change your mind. You went negative. You didn't stay patient. You lost your focus. And you probably gave it too much effort. If you can believe that that's possible. Too much focus, too much effort is a problem. It's like Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Porridge got too hot. Also, it's a problem when the porridge is too cold. Not enough focus. Not enough effort. But it's a magical place right in between those 2 places. And it's the notion of the speedometer. So I got to get myself up into that high performance state and then not go too far. Thinking too much, trying too hard. Right? Ends up over here. I could have been 5, but it's a law of diminishing return. So the speedometer starts at 0 and it ends at 0. And here, in this little zone, is where I do my best work. And that's when focus and effort are so nicely balanced. You know, when you finish up a game or you finish up a period or you just have a great shift and you just come back to the bench and you just go, man, that was awesome and it was easy. And that's when we're in the right zone. So that's what we're after there. So the Big 8. Ladies, We have to stay calm in the mind. That's the mind state. We have to stay relaxed. That's the body state. Grounded. I got a definition for that. I like myself. I like what I do. Most importantly, I like how I do it. And I got a plan. I'm following it. Seems to be working. That's a pretty darn grounded athlete. Like myself, like what I do, like how I do it. Super simple. Okay, centered is my ability to change my mind. So when I'm not calm, relaxed, or grounded, I got to get to that place. And in order to get there, you got to shift your thinking. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll teach you how. It's not that hard. Okay, number 5, positive. Just because the mind works way better. We got a lot of data now. We got this fMRI machine, and it shows you what lights up in the brain when you do certain things. And when you're negative, you don't get as much productivity out of the mind as you do when you're positive. Real simple. So we want to run a positive mind. That's important. Patience is so important because when I lose it, I lose the 5 things above it. Calm goes, relaxed goes, grounded goes, center goes, and I go negative. And so positive and patient are a really nice combination of things. I'm staying positive. I make a little mistake. I say, no, it's okay. Just refocus. Let's get back to work. And away I go. So I stay on that optimal line in the symphony. Focus and effort go into the speedometer. Gotta keep the speedometer just where it needs to be. This week, ladies, in Manitoba, porridge has got to be just the right temperature. One of my favorite models, and I don't know where I stole it from, years and years and years ago. I used it myself as an athlete. I call the bubble. And basically it describes 2 different worlds. It's the intrinsic world of you inside the bubble, and you decide who you're going to be. So the exercise is in the workbook, which we'll get out to you. And inside the bubble are the words that describe who I want to be while I'm out there turning my shifts. And outside of the bubble are all the things trying to get into the bubble to ruin the party. So I've got to be able to figure out how to clearly define myself. 120 words in the back of the workbook are there to help you find the words that really truly describe exactly who it is that you want to be. Sometimes a bunch of words are helpful. Sometimes just maybe 4 words are super helpful. Like calm, smooth, powerful, determined, whatever they might be. I can help you come up with these words for yourself as well. And then outside of the bubble are all the possible things that can happen that will affect me inside the bubble. And in hockey, ladies, those things are predictable because they happen all the time. And so therefore they are preventable. And all that stuff trying to come at you to make your life miserable, we can prevent it. We just need to super reinforce the bubble. And we got to make sure we got the right woman inside the bubble to start with. Super simple. Okay, 2 women live inside your head. Maybe more than 2, I don't know, but I know there's 2 there for sure. And I just call her Athlete A and Athlete B. And Athlete B, she's a very nice young lady, but she wants things to be safe and comfortable. She wants to be happy and enjoying herself. She wants it to be easy. She wants it to be simple. She wants it to be predictable, and she hates getting embarrassed. And you cannot bring that girl to Manitoba because that girl is a problem. And you got another girl that lives inside your head, and we call her Athlete A, and she is welcome in Winnipeg. And the biggest difference between A and B is Athlete A loves to be uncomfortable. She wants to play the hardest teams, and she wants them to put up a hell of a fight. She loves to struggle. She is happy making mistakes in practice because she knows she's going to push the limits in practice, and she's going to find those edges that need work, and she's going to work on them. And so she's going to struggle, and she's going to suffer, and she is never going to give up. She's a very interesting lady, and you love being her. So athlete A, she's extremely okay with being uncomfortable. She likes it to feel risky and challenging. She's happy to struggle and fail. She likes it to be difficult. She likes that. Very fun. She also loves to learn. That's how fast athlete B gets better. That is how fast athlete A gets better. So we gotta bring our athlete A's to Manitoba. Leave your B's at home. Send them on a holiday to Mexico or something. One-way ticket maybe. Get rid of those girls because they're always getting in the way. Okay, last model. It's relatively new. I don't know if I was already using it when I was in Red Deer. I don't think so. Or maybe that's kind of where I developed it. But anyway, it's really designed to teach you how your subconscious mind and conscious mind work. So in the model, there's 3 parts to the mind: the conscious mind, the subconscious, the reticular activation system, the RAS, and the subconscious mind. And if we were to assign sort of staff to those 3 places up here in your conscious mind, you'd have 5 people working there. Conscious mind is really good at organizing. It's really good at scheduling. It's good at planning. Your conscious mind are the ones that read those players' notes on all of the face-offs and defensive play and offensive play, and your conscious mind is the one that visualizes the drills that you do. Your conscious mind is the one that visualizes yourself going out and playing a great game of hockey. It's also, you can use it to keep yourself really positive by practicing your positive self-talk. There's lots of things we can do with that conscious mind. But the thing you need to know about it is that it's not that powerful. The subconscious mind is 1 million times more powerful. It operates 7 times faster, and it's a true multitasker. Dozens of things can be done at exactly the same moment in time in the subconscious mind. In the conscious mind, 1 thing at a time. It's crazy. It's so ineffective. And it's slow. It requires 3/4 of a second in order to enact a movement. And if somebody whips you a great pass, man, you don't have 3/4 of a second to figure it out. It's like, it's high, it's low, it's behind you. You're going to have to kick it up through your skates. Like, you're going to do like 10 things in 3/4 of a second in order to get control of that pass. And that is the work of the subconscious mind. So hockey's an interesting sport because you use your conscious and your subconscious mind a lot. Every time you swing back to the bench, you use that conscious mind to emotionally release, to get yourself refocused, to get yourself like figuring out how we're going to have to battle it out better in the offensive zone or what we're going to have to do defensively. You're going to use your conscious mind a lot, ladies, while we're in Manitoba. But the subconscious mind is the magical part of the mind that does the highly skilled, fast-paced work. And that subconscious mind, it's got 50 women working down there. And those women love you. Those women up there in the conscious mind, man, they can be critical. They're the ones that doubt. They're the ones that worry. They get frustrated. They get mad. They get angry. They get disappointed. They don't think you're good enough sometimes. They're brutal, those women. And those women down in the subconscious mind, they're not like that. None of those emotions even exist there. Those women just want to know what to do, and they need to know that in a visual context, not an auditory one. So you don't talk to your subconscious mind, you show it movies. And that, ladies, is why you have a reticular activation system. Because that one person's job is to get those 5 people upstairs doing great visualization work, and then it lights up a bunch of big screen, high definition television sets down there in the subconscious mind, and you show those women exactly what it is that you want. That's why we visualize. And you got to do a ton of it. So I was working with those ninja athletes I was working with this morning. Like, that's all we're doing. They're 22nd and 24th in the running order. We're watching every person go. We're figuring out every one of the 15 moves that are necessary. You got to do all these crazy things, fly through the air, grab these little things, swing to the next one. They're going to run up a wall. It's like, it's crazy what they got to do. But they don't get to practice it. The course is set. They walk the course, and then they visualize it literally dozens and dozens and dozens of times in order to be able to light up the pathways through the mind So when they actually go to do it, it's all right there. Super cool. And that's how that mind works. 5 people up in the conscious mind. There's heavy lifting for them to do too. 50 people down in the subconscious mind, and that 1 person in the reticular activation system. So ladies, those are the models. Number 1, task at hand. We're just rolling the shifts one at a time. You swing back, you let it go, you get it ready for the next one. Oh man, they're all out of order now. The big 8. Calm, relaxed, grounded, centered, positive, patient, effort, and focus. Effort and focus go into the speedometer. Porridge has got to be just the right temperature. We're in the bubble. Nothing gets in, ladies. We're going to look at all those things that are outside of the bubble that are trying to get in there and ruin that party. And you got your girl A and you're leaving your girl B at home. And we're going to get that subconscious mind really working for us. We're going to get the whole mind working for us. But a ton of trust and a belief that it's possible, that's all those 50 girls down in the subconscious mind need in order to keep you rocking. So there you go. That's it for the first installment. We'll see you all in Manitoba. And I really look forward to spending tons of time with all of you and just making sure that we've got our minds right where they need to be. You take care.